What's up guys, I'm back with another video. So this is not too high elo, it's actually a very low elo game. Roughly like gold elo I believe. And in this game I was playing Diana. And let me actually open up Epic Pen. So we are playing Diana against Voli. So the first two things I always do in every game to figure out the best pathing and my win conditions would be to look at first of all the jungle matchup, just to get a rough understanding. So I'm playing against the Voli. I'm Diana with Conqueror. Diana Voli, believe if he hits his spells with me, I'm actually fucked. And to be honest though, we are both pretty passive junglers, to be honest. We're not really looking to invade each other directly. Like if let's say I was like in Italy, it would be a whole different story. And in this game I have an Aura top against a Yone. So I actually chose in this game to go for my Raptors early on, because this allows me to possibly go for a level 3 gank and also recycle my camps faster. And the reason for this is because I want to be on top side in case there's something happening, okay, early on, which I believe would be the case. Since she's ranged right, he's only playing with Ignite, so I believe this is a very volatile lane. Second thing, if there is nothing happening, I'm fine. I will just base after my Crux and go for a bot lane clear and look to impact the bot side, because I actually want to play for Drakes in this game. Why do I want to play for Drakes in this game? The only reason I don't really want to prioritize crops is because there is not really a split pushing champ in this game, right? So if the Voli gets crops, Yone will not really benefit, like let's say Camille. And my Toplane will also not benefit, like Camille, let's say. So I believe crops are only really important if you have a very weak botlane matchup and you cannot contest Drakes. And if there are no strong split push champions. So thinking about this is why I path like this. I'm actually planning to path bot side. I'm just pathing like this in case there's something happening. And as we can see, they are trading like expected. Yone wants to be very aggressive in this lane since he has Ignite and wants to go for the kill. So knowing this and looking at this wave state, I know that this guy's either staying or going for a ward here, right? So I'm fine with basing over here, and I actually see moving now to ward. So I'll just go in for the kill. He can never escape this, even though he has flash, he's only level 2. If he was level 3, it would be a little bit more difficult. And we end up getting the kill. Very important, their bot lane was actually leashing, so I knew that Voli started bot side, right? And in this position, what you have to do is base and ping on your way to your blue buff, because Voli, if he had enough time, could actually think about this. If I was the Voli, I would do the same thing as this guy, and I would never go for this, because by the time he sees me top, he only really has time to go for one camp, right? Which I don't think is worth, opposed to clearing his entire top side and getting level 4. So in this position, got my first kill, got my items. I'm very strong actually, even though I'm Diana. So right now, all I want to do is just permanently pan my camera bot and mid lane. I actually pinged the Voli over here. This is very important. Not only to, give your lanes the information that they might have to be careful, but also so you stay in the mindset of tracking the enemy jungler. So right here, as you can see, I wanted to do my blue buff, but what do I know? Volibear's topside, and my bot lane is fighting very hard. They have no sums left on bot side. This misfortune is 1 HP, so me Diana, I have items, I have flash, I have my E up. I instantly want to go for this, right? Adaptation, very key. You don't want a full clear. You want a full clear unless there's a better play. And since Volibear's topside, this even prompts me even more to go for this play. Also, my bot lane could push this wave if they were a little bit healthier. So we could actually look for dive, but since they're so low, I'm just going in here. Misfortune actually ended up pretty much basing over here, and as you can see, just by me being aware of my lanes, this allows me to go for a quick double kill and get myself very ahead. I mean, at this point, this game is pretty much over, to be honest, just by, being aware of the map and moving accordingly. At this point, I don't want to base necessarily. I know that... I mean, I could go for base if I had, like, let's say 3 camp stops, but I don't, right? So in case I want to protect it. But I know that the Volibear is no way... I mean, he could get my Raptors, so you can ping this. But I actually see him finishing a scuttle. So he actually double scuttled. And he just finished it in front of my face, so I know that he's somewhere over here, right? So I actually end up using the blend here. And he's really wasting a lot of time here. And I'm very fine with this. I actually am not looking to kill him. I just want to clear my camps now to get my level 4. And we actually... this Volibear does something very stupid. He tries to invade me here. I actually didn't know that he went around this way. But as you can see right now, he's actually contesting this. I didn't see him yet. And since I have no smite up and he has, all I want to do is pull my Crump outside, because all he wants is take my Crump and leave, right? So what I'm doing here is pull my Crump away, try to make it reset since I have no smite up yet. Now I have my smite up. And I'm not even looking to do anything here. I just want to clear this camp. And this is so good for me because he's wasting, instead of just having base right here, or doing the crab and going for his spots at camps and resetting, he's now wasting all of this time. So even though I went for like 3 kills, right, and I not wasted, but I spent my time instead of farming my camps, going for kills, I'm actually so ahead even in CS somewhat. I mean, he got 2 scuttles, that's not too bad. But as you can see, I'm actually catching up with the farm now. So I was not even looking to kill this guy, but he ends up going in. Going over here with a QE. We end up killing him with a lucky Kaiser W. And at this point, I should have known, since it's the 5-minute in-game timer. Remember, the first camp after your buff respawns at 420. The second one at 440. The third one on 5 minutes. Fourth one on 520, 540. It depends which camp they do first. So I should know that his entire bot side is up. So I could at least go, if I'm healthy enough, which I am, and I have my mid laner moving, go for this camp since he is on a death timer. And then go for a base and just go for a quick clear again. But I didn't actually think about this. I was only thinking about basing. And since I didn't see the victor, I figured it might be dangerous. My bot lane ends up fighting. And so instead of basing over here, I base over here. But I realized that they have no ward in here, right? So what I'm doing right now is, I'm very patient. Why? Because this wave is frozen, okay? Very important. I actually typed in chat for my bot lane to not push this wave. And I know, since I ganked them early on and they wasted their sumps, that they still have no flash, right? And I'm Diana, I'm level 4. Even if they had flash, I would never wait here, okay? But since they do, I'm actually willing to spend some time over here, because I know at some point they will walk up a little bit too far and we can kill them, because they wanna, CS or be in XP range of these minions. So this is all about wave state right here, and because they had no vision of me. So I'm actually spending quite a lot of time here, but I know that this will pay off very great for me. So now I'm just waiting for the right opportunity. And now you see she goes for the hit on the minion, and now we go. Right? Very good reaction by my bot lane, to be honest though. But even if it didn't react that good, they have no flash, we can easily kill them. So we end up killing her now. And at this point I'm basing, obviously. I have a lot of gold, 1.8k. And all I'm thinking right now is, where's the Udyr? And I'm actually pinging my mid laner to ward this, in case he went for something like this, right? So I know where the Udyr is. So we actually don't see him here, so I figured that he did another full clear, which he is doing. And now, since the crabs are spawning, he's actually going for this. In this game, I was just thinking to myself, I spent my move on the bot side, so I'm actually very happy if he takes the crops and wastes his camp efficiency for it. Because in this game, remember, there is no split pusher, and therefore I don't really value crops as much if I have better shit to do, right? So I'm thinking about, okay, I can take this camp, this camp, this camp, be on bot side, be nearly level 6 by this time, and be very strong with my items. And I can easily trade the crops a little bit later for the Drake, right? Because if he wastes this much time on crops, by the time I'm doing Drake, he will have to do his camps, right? So this is my thought process here. Don't get baited to do crabs, and especially looking at my lanes, my top and mid lane don't have prior, right? So going for crabs here is really a no-go. I mean, you could go, instead of doing Crux here, I could go to try and sneak one of these, but it's not worth it, bro. I'd rather take 3 camps for free than maybe get 1 grab and die. So that's what I'm thinking here. Just wanna clear and path to bot side. And another important thing is, if the enemy is doing crabs like this Voli bear, since he spent so much time, I know that top and bot camps are up, right? So at this point, he either bases and goes to protect this, and he wastes a lot of efficiency on his top camps, or he just goes for a full clear back. So this actually opens me up now to not even take the Drake or impact botlane, but also take his camps. So this is how you have to think about crops, okay? If you can take them, it's nice if you have nothing better to do, but in this case of the Udyr, I would just have full cleared the top side here, if I was him. So knowing this, that his top side camps are up, I'm actually going over here, taking his camps, which actually puts me so far behind XP-wise, because 2 camps are really so much more worth than crops. I mean, you could argue crops are better if you have a really strong top laner who is very snowboard heavy and has a lot of split push potential, but in this game, going for crops is really the bad play for the Udyr, especially since I'm Diana and I can just easily snowball off the lead I get by taking his camps. So I actually showed mid lane here, which is very stupid. He has Barrier and Flash. I shouldn't have done that. So at this point, I would go to take his red buff, since his mid lane has 1 HP basically. But I realized my bot lane was trading again. And remember, they don't have Flash, right? I'm Diana. I know Voli bear somewhere over here. So instead of doing the red buff, I actually go for no, I actually do red buff, never mind. Okay, I actually ended up doing red buff. The reason for that is because my bot lane cannot push this wave fast enough, and while they push the wave, I can just do this red buff. If this wave was actually in the tower, I would straight go bot lane and dive this Nami, right? She has no flash, we are 3v1, we can easily kill her. Since the wave is not pushed in yet, I just took the red buff. And now see, Voli bear, since he spent his time on crops, he didn't have enough time to get here in time. And he even skipped 1 camp, right? So I just took advantage of Voli bear's mistake and got myself very ahead. At this point though, the wave is pushed in, and I know Voli bear was over here. So we can actually just one-shot the Nami and get out. Remember, she has no flash. So end up one-shotting her, very nice. I don't know why my Kai'Sa dies here, she shouldn't have died there, to be honest. And at this point, all I have to do is just, I mean, I could go for a base and get my item, or just clear again. I think it doesn't matter too much. I think basing is the best option, but I actually end up going on this Udyr, and I kind of misplayed. I actually used my E first instead of my Q. So this, and he just got level 6, right? So I should, since I'm Diana and I'm very useful with R, I just should have based and, you know, cleared my camps again. So this was kind of an int, to be honest. I was kind of autopiloting. Ended up dying. Not too great, but again, if something like this happens to you, don't lose your mind, just think about the next play. And he actually died. So, what am I thinking right here? What I'm thinking right now is, I have enough time now to, since I'm level 6, I really want to impact this botlane again, right? Because I figured in this game, me, Diana, against this squishy botlane without flash is pretty much a win con to get myself very ahead. So instead of going for this again, I just went straight for the botlane play, since I just leveled up. And so what I end up doing here is, I knew that this misfortune just came out of base, so she will never recoil, right? I know she will stay in lane. So I actually end up pathing like this. And since they have this massive wave, they want to get the tower plating. And knowing this, I just ping my botlane on my way and just kill them again. So I end up going for the Nami, since I know my Kai'Sa can easily kill her. We get a double kill, very nice. And at this point, what you want to do is you want to actually ping your top side, which I'm doing right here, for my teammates to check, since I can easily do this Drake and then protect my top side. So in case this Udi was straight going for my top camps, that's why one of my teammates to check this, possibly. So I do Drake here. And okay, so I actually knew that his bot camps were up and I could take them. But at this point, I don't want to give this Voli pair any room to get back into this game. So I actually ended up protecting my top camps. You know, go from Drake to my top camps. Clear them, or in case he was here, kill him here. Since he was not here, I figured, okay, he has to be bot side, right? Take these camps. So instead of doing my Crux, I actually pinged on my way Botlane again. Pinged for danger that Voli bears over here. Again, I want to match this guy. I'm way stronger than him. And this is how you really don't give the enemy jungler any room to get back into the game. Or get his laners ahead again, right? Remember, Botlane is the important lane here in this game. So I actually end up pathing straight to Botlane. Voli bears over here, as expected. And what I'll do here is, you know, just go for a fight. Yeah, nice. And here I went in with R. I don't know if I should have done this, but we get a double kill. I think it's fine. My bot lane can just push this now, get blatings. And I think this is fine, even though the only thing is I had shutdown, so might not have been the greatest play. But I would have done it again, to be honest. So right now I know that the Voli bear can never contest the crops here, and I actually pinged my supporter to help me here. Because the thing now is I have enough damage to clear my jungle so fast, so I can actually spend some time on crops, right? And this Voli bear can never invade me. We actually see him. So since we saw him here, I immediately pinged on my way bot side, right? So instead of going for his camps, because I knew they were up and I could easily take them since we just saw him over here, I don't want to give him any room to make a cross map play, right? Me doing crops allows him to go for these camps and potentially dive my Kai'Sa and allow their bottle to get back into the game. So what I want to do right here is, instead of doing this, I want to immediately path here, deny him the option of taking my camps and diving my bot lane, because this would actually be a great play for Voli bear. So, countering this, I just path over here. We end up seeing him on my crown, so he actually wanted to dive this after doing crop. But because of my pings, Kai'Sa just checked this. And at this point, I'm strong enough to go for a fight here. They end up running away. We just end up pushing this wave. Since the Udi is hovering around here, I have no hurry to go for my camps, since he's wasting time. I actually end up using R. Nothing too crazy, I'm strong enough. We just end up killing the Udi here, the Voli bear. And at this point, what I want to do is, since he's on a death timer, punish him for his mistake, right? So just take his camps. Instead of going for my camps, I deny him his camps. And this now again allows me to play for botlane again after this, right? Look at this. No, actually, she killed him. So Voli bear ran all the way out of base over here just to have no camps up, right? So this is how you punish the jungler insanely. At this point, I went for my blue buff and was all the time looking mid lane. But I figured going for my blue buff and my full clear is the best option here. But now, since this Victor is still in lane, alright, and I'm Diana, I have a lot of gap close, I figured that since they have no vision over here, I can easily one-shot this Nami now. There's a pink ward, she cannot see me. And since I baited the Victor to help this Nami, I can now jump on him and kill him. Nami barely gets away, all fine. I know Udia, since he was over here and he had no camps, he has to be topside. So just taking this grab away from him. This was kind of a limit test. I have a lot of gold, and they actually end up one-shotting my Soraka and no, my Yone, my Aura. She kind of misplayed her. We should have killed this guy, but it's whatever. Your teammates will make mistakes. So at this point, I'm willing to trade the Herald for another Drake, because this allows me again to potentially kill their ADC. And to be honest, I value stacking Drakes on Diana way more in this game with this team, which is hard scaling, instead of going for a Herald. So, as we can see, doing this Drake, the enemy ADC actually tries to steal it. We end up killing her. And at this point again, bro, Voli bear can take the Herald, I don't give a shit. I'll just take his camps now again, right? And this is how I get insanely ahead with a lot of KP. I actually have pretty much almost 100 KP in this game. and balance it with farming. So I have a lot of farm actually for the amount of kills I have. And this is how I get insanely ahead. Now here, just take this. And this again, I'm bot side. This actually allows me to now, since their support is mid lane, to just play for bot side again, right? I have my Kai'Sa pushing here. And I can easily now kill anyone who comes here. I'm very strong. Also, I know that the Voli is still top side. So end up ambushing the Nami here. Very easy. And now again, do I want to base? No, I don't give a shit about this. I just want to get this lane ahead. They have no help over here. Miss Fortune is on the tower stuck. And now we're just waiting for the wave. And end up killing her again. So a lot of junglers would have based 1,000 times already. But I just know that I don't have to base if I'm this strong. And I can just perma gank this bot lane. And get this tower. Getting this tower and the kill and denying this wave is so much more valuable than getting a herald, because essentially by doing this I get a tower anyways, right? And a lot of kills and then kill them. So this is basically like getting a herald just on steroids. So right now I want to base. There's nothing to do. We can never take this tower, and try to protect my top camps. I'm fine with him trading it for herald. So getting out of base here, I actually end up catching the Yone. Because right now, instead of doing red, I know that this Yone wants his tower and I'm very strong. And I end up killing him here. And at this point, I'm just thinking about the Drake timer. Drake spawns in roughly 3 minutes, I believe. So I just want to go for a full clear here. Unless there's something happening. Voli actually gets this. I don't really give a shit. He spent so much time on this, and I'm getting very ahead now, killing his team. At this point, I go to the crab to deny him the crab, and then all I'm thinking about. So listen, I actually said I wanted to full clear here, which I did, but I noticed since the Yone died to me that we can actually now go for this tower, right? So even though I didn't get the herald, I'm getting all the towers, right? Because I'm just, by the information I have on the map, I know exactly what to do. So in this case, I have my supporter over here, and I'm pinging him to go for this tower, right? Voli actually hangs around topside. I was actually looking to invade maybe a couple of camps here. So right now I'm just standing here, looking for anyone to come. We see the Nami coming, so I'm just standing in this bush, hovering my aura, taking the tower. And this is how you really close out games really quickly. So end up going on the Nami. We end up killing them, I believe. Maybe I should have gone for the Yone. Not sure. Anyways, I was kind of unlucky to be honest that my Soraka actually died there so quickly. Kind of a mechanical misplay. Nonetheless, at this point, what do I want to do? Base, right? Drake is about to spawn soon, so all I want to do is base here, let the Voli waste his time. And now I just want to go for my bot camps again, right? My bot side. And since Udyr is top here, I actually know that his bot side camps have to be up. So this is a perfect time to go for the bot side. Nothing too crazy, I pick up this wave. And then instead of going for these camps, I first want to outside in rule, take the outest objective or camp, right? And then, because I have time right now, if I did these camps first, I might not have time because the Voli might just base, but he's actually going for topside play. So at this point, I know, okay, let him play topside. My team is there to protect it. And just play botlane again. I actually would have gone for the Crocs, but since no one is mid lane, I have to catch this wave. And I know that since this tower has a bounty and is very low, Miss Fortune will greed for it. And I end up killing her. End up protecting the tower. And at this point, I just play with my team, end up killing them, get another tower. Do you see how many towers I'm getting? I got literally 1, 2, 3, 4 towers. I got every tower in this game. And this is how I get insanely ahead and close out games really quickly. At this point we kill Udyr, Voli, and this was actually kind of unlucky. They slowed me quite a bit and I ended up dying. Ideally I would have just taken this Drake before dying, but that was kind of limited by me. So Voli actually gets this Drake, and so now you see how tiny mistakes actually can enable the enemy trying to get it back into the game or drag it out into the late game. Nonetheless, he goes for the Soraka, end up killing him. And again, instead of going for a full clear, I know he's on a death timer. He's dead for a pretty long time. So now I just pick up the mid wave, take all of his camps, And this is how I'm right now. I'm pretty much I'm almost 7k gold ahead of him, which is like more than 2 items, right? And I'm also level 15, he's level 11. We end up taking the Baron, and at this point I just grab the side wave, go for base. All of this now is not too special, to be honest. I believe if you're at this point of the game, you will never lose. So I really want to emphasize the early game with the clear here, potentially looking for a kill here, since I know in this matchup I can look for a kill. If there's no kill opportunity, just base, go for bot side and play for my bot side, right? And I didn't do this because I wanted to prioritize my top lane. I actually wanted to play for bot side because I knew that they were my winning condition and I can get a lot of kills there. But I can play for bot side, but still look for a top lane kill early on. This is very fun, right? Very efficient. Anyways, that's it. Hope you guys learned something. And if you need coaching, hit me up. I'm doing coaching for very cheap prices. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.